everybody. My name is Jeff Sabo, and welcome to this week's edition of Behind the Cape. As you can see by the shirt, I'm going to be doing one movie review this week, and you can probably guess which one it is. It is Batman and Harley Quinn. Keep in mind, it's an animated film that did have a brief release in theaters earlier this week. It was August 14th. It was one of those Fathom events where you can get the tickets in advance, and it was in select theaters. A day later, they did make it available for streaming. So I believe if you had Amazon or even iTunes, you were able to download it digitally that way. Now, taking a look at the film, now a little bit of background information. Keep in mind, Warner Brothers Animation released The Killing Joke 1 year ago, and it had some negative reviews, lukewarm reviews, mixed reviews. It didn't really quite get the reaction that Warner Brothers wanted. Now, keep in mind that after some of the negative feedback that Warner Brothers received for The Killing Joke had to do with the fact that it was really dark, that it was almost too serious, that the prologue didn't really have much to do with the rest of the story, and that it didn't really stay true to what the actual comic was. Now, fast forward 1 year later, you have a pretty interesting storyline where Batman and Nightwing have to solicit the services and advice of Harley Quinn. Yes, you heard that correctly. Batman and Nightwing have to find Harley Quinn and help her and use her guidance to help find Poison Ivy and the Floronic Man, Jason Woodrow, to stop them from releasing a virus that could take out the entire world. Now, a lot of the reviews were complaining that it was a ripoff of Batman the Animated Series episode. Personally, I didn't recall that specific episode, but when watching the film, I didn't really remember that particular episode at all. However, if you are a fan of Batman the Animated Series from the early 90s, you are going to like this film. Being granted, the animation at certain times a little choppy, not the best, but they really do have an interesting storyline that they do develop. And Melissa Roach, from The Big Bang Theory, as Harley Quinn, absolutely incredible. She really adds some humor to the role, and she really kind of gives Harley Quinn that edge. You know, very similar to how her character on The Big Bang Theory just kind of has like that edge tone to it. Just multiply it by a little bit more, and I believe it really added a lot to the character. You get Lauren Lester, back as Nightwing. You have Kevin Conroy voicing the Dark Knight. It is a great cast. The voicing was incredible all throughout, and compared to what Warner Brothers Animation released last year, it was really pretty refreshing to see some humor throughout the film. I'm not going to give away too many of the jokes, and keep in mind the film is rated PG-13, so and I know one of the reviews out there kept saying, "Oh, it's not for kids. It's not for kids." It would probably, in my opinion, if you had a kid watching it, they might not be able to get some of the humor in it, because there is some innuendo in it. There is some kind of adult humor in it that still stays within the PG-13 range, but for the most part, if you do have a kid watching it, they're probably not going to get some of the subtle jokes that go on between Nightwing and Harley Quinn, or just some of the other things that Harley Quinn talks about. So just kind of keep that in mind. And personally for me, I thought it was pretty refreshing just for them to, number one, add humor to it, two, kind of lighten up the mood, three, really just kind of put Harley Quinn in a different light where, okay, don't worry, she's still crazy, she's still a little out there, but seeing it, instead of her always having to go against Batman, it is actually kind of an interesting take where she actually has to work with Batman this time around. So overall, the film was pretty enjoyable. I thought it was better than what was released last year with The Killing Joke. I thought it is definitely worth the time and the money. So if you have a chance, check out Batman and Harley Quinn. It is an animated feature, so it is definitely well worth your time and your money. Now, moving forward a little bit, if you're in the North Olmsted area, on Sunday, August 20th. Make sure to check out the Neo Comic Con. That is actually going to be taking place at the soccer complex out there. $7 to get in. There, from what I understand, there is going to be plenty of parking around the area. I did go to this event last year when it was held at the Holiday Inn in Strongsville. A lot of great vendors there, a lot of great writers and artists. Really a great opportunity to go around, maybe get some good comics that you want, maybe be able to get some of those Funko bobbleheads, just be able to really kind of get a lot of good collections, and really just being able to get some good merchandise. So once again, I believe that is from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. August 20th at the North Olmsted Soccer Complex. As mentioned before, only $7 to get in, and 1 year ago I went. Well worth the time and the money. So anyway, that's going to be it for this week's edition of Behind the Cape. I'm Jeff Sabo, and thanks for watching, and keep on reading.